and you have to understand it very carefully, because these are the crucial concepts which are missing in books. You cannot get this in books because it's tough to explain in book, and you have to understand it very carefully. This is what you have, x, y, and z. And I give you a problem now. I will give you a problem now. Suppose I mention the vector p is having 2i plus 2i cap, means unit vector, j. I will start with a simple one, and I ask you to represent this in the coordinate system. So this is my y, conventionally this is my x, and this is my z. So I is in this direction, j is in this direction, and k is in this direction. Now 2i means 1, 2 divisions. So somewhere point will come, and 1, 1, 2, 3. See, this is 1j, this is 1j. So this is my point, and this is my point p. So vector p is actually on xy plane like this. This is my vector. As soon as I suppose add up 3k in this, now 3 divisions comes here, 1, 2, 3. This shifts. I'll change color to show you. This shifts now somewhere here, corresponding to this. This shift, p shifts here somewhere in the plane. This is with 1, and this is with we have 3, 2, and with this it is somewhere here in the plane, 3-dimensional concept. Suppose say this is minus. What I wanted to explain you with 10 directions of typical Indian method. Suppose say this is minus. I mentioned this is minus j. What is minus j? If y is j, so reverse of this is minus. This is minus. This is minus j, and here we have this is minus I. This is minus I. This is minus I, and this is our minus k. Minus k. So they mention minus j. So somewhere p, x and y, x and z value remains positive. So this is z 3, and p is 2. Fine, everything is fine, but it corresponds to the minus j. So j minus j is somewhere here. So vector goes like this below. Please try to estimate this 3-dimensionally. This is my first quadrant where everything is positive. This is first quadrant. Then I have second. This is first quadrant. This is I cannot draw it actually. This is first quadrant. This is second quadrant. This is third quadrant, vertically opposite, and this is fourth quadrant. Below I have another, just below first quadrant I have another quadrant, opposite to that there is another quadrant, and below of this is another quadrant, and this is another quadrant. That means I have in all 8 quadrants in 3 dimension. This is very important for me. 8 quadrants in 3 dimension. Once you have 8 quadrants in 3 dimension, you should be very serious that it can be anywhere. Anything can be plus, anything can be minus, and anything can be anywhere. Still now, I am talking about only one vector. Suppose say they give you another vector q like this. Suppose this is just I, and they ask you to find out p plus q. In that case, you talk about p plus q. That means mathematically it's not that tough. You talk about p plus q, that is equal to p is 2i minus j plus 3k plus I. So that is not that tough job for you. So we add up like algebra. This becomes 3i minus j plus 3k. But if you talk about the position of the new vector p plus q in the coordinate system, 3i, okay, no problem. We have 2i, 1 increased, 3i. P position of in x direction is this. Minus j remains same, minus 1, and the other becomes 3k. So there's slight change, but you'll see fun now. Suppose say it is said q is equal to j, and you add up. This is nothing but j plus j. When you add up, j vanishes. So the result becomes 3i plus 3k. From three-dimensional vector, when you add up two vectors, the result is going to be two-dimensional. And this is of course one-dimensional vector. By saying j, q is equal to j, you mean to say the vector is moving along only and only y-axis, directly on y-axis. So you talk about this. So 3i and 3k, now it has come here, 3i and 3k. So it has come on this plane, it is on this plane. So both are not same. When q is equal to given to 1 and you add up with p, story is different. When q is equal to j and you add up p and q, the story is altogether different. They are not same vectors, they are totally different vectors. In vector addition, we talk about more complications. With some numericals we'll discuss more complications, but you can repeat the video with reduced speed. The speed is now normal. You can increase the speed. If you think you want to revise it, then increase the speed. You can save time, and if you think things are comfortable, then you go according to the normal speed. So that is all about our quadrant system. And in trigonometry we discuss about quadrant. Similarly in vector we discuss about quadrant, and quadrant concepts are very clear. It should be very clear and to understand entire physics. The topic I am discussing here is so crucial for class 11th, 12th, BSc, MSc, or even higher level for research work. All concepts should be very clear. We should understand them very clearly, and then only we can come up to excellence. Thank you.